Hello everyone. Today in this module I have explained the first part of the chapter number 3 according to the old syllabus, politics of planned development. You know that in this in 2020-21 curriculum, under that CBSE changed little bit there about their syllabus of political science, and under that this chapter it's not belong to chapter 3, it's now belong to chapter 2, as because you all know that the chapter 2, that is the era of politics, era of one party politics, that is merged with chapter 5. So right now this chapter becomes chapter 2, and also CBSE renamed its chapter. It is right now, the name of this chapter is not about politics of planned development. It is right now only planned development. Name of this chapter is only planned development. Okay, so let's start with this chapter. Now there's one little bit stories by which you can get an idea that what is development and why we need plan. You all know that whenever you are doing any kind of work, for suppose if I'm saying that if you want suppose in your pocket money your parents in a month give you 1,000 rupees for pocket money. Now you will prepare the plan, you will prepare that the budget, that maybe you will spend 100 rupees for to purchasing your pencil box, maybe you will purchase it for 200, you will purchase your school bag for 300, maybe you will that purchasing something else. So by throughout the plan you will spending your 1,000 rupees which is provided by your your parents. So everything what we need or what we are planned for doing something, we need a planning. So basically it's a similar thing. If a country, they need that development, because development is very it's very important, and without the development not a single country can that increase its field or increase its resources or anything else. So for the development every country needs planning, and for planning they need some kind of that steps. Okay, so in this chapter we will know that, but before that there is a one little bit story is given. So let's see that the scenario what we have seen in our chapter. See, we all know that after the independence, there is a for that the for the development there is a global demand came in the world, where it is given that the steel production, or for the steel, the demand for the steel, that is increases a lot. Okay, and you all know that in the Orissa, that is the most important that important place, because in the Orissa we get the ore, okay, where we get steels, iron. So these are different sources which we get in our Orissa, and that sources is the largest reserve of untapped iron ore in the country, which being seen as an important investment of the destination. So in Orissa we get lots of ore, the raw materials of the steel, of the iron, the different kinds of resources or the metals. So the state government hopes that for that after signing with the memorandum with the different foreign investors, the government always believe that in this ore, if the capital will be invested by the foreigners, then that there is a two thing will be happen. The first one, if that there is a steel industries with there, and in that industry, if someone that someone is using their capital or they are investing their money, then with utilizing these resources, two things will be happen. One is the development that towards the finance, because by that by conducting this, or by to making something product, and if it is selling into the market, they get a good money, and as well as also many people get employment because they needs the workers. So by investing the capitals into the resources, two things will be happen. The first one is that getting money, and it will be developed as economical position, and another thing, the people get a job and they are employed. So for that reason the employment issues also that reduce from these things. So for that reason the government tried to making this Orissa this reason for the domestic steel makers or for the steel industry. Now the thing is that the most important thing is that in this iron ore resources all is that they are located into the area which is basically a tribal district. So all the resources where it was, or the resources where it is, that is located into the tribal areas. And now this is the biggest question, or it is the biggest that problems arises in front of the government, as because the tribal population, they are fears, they are afraid that if the government are investing and that digging out all the iron resources, and they using their areas for mining and for set up for the that the steel plants, then they have to that they have to leave their home and their livelihood. Okay, and that is a very important one. So two things will be that the tribals are very much afraid of two things. Once they have to that they have to leave their home and livelihood, as the government are taking the areas for the planting their steel industry. And as well as not only that, as they are digging out the iron ore resources, so it is also a cost of that afraid of the mining and industry world, because the environmentalist always that they are saying that it will be increases the population or polluted of the environment. So from this I hope you understand there's a two things, peoples are afraid. First one is that tribal, those who don't wanted to leave their homes and livelihood, so they are afraid of that if the government are investing this kind of this establishing this kind of plant, then they have to leave their home and livelihood. And second one is that the environmentalist, or those who are protecting our environment, so that's environmentalists, they are afraid that due to this plant, due to this steel plant, due to this mining and industry, the environment get polluted. And this is a very much that the central government feels that if the industry not allowed, it would set a bad example and discourage the investment. So it's also the thing, if we needed the the development, we need money, and if the industry will not be the established, then the investors will not they will go out, they will not investing their money into the others area, then our country will not be developed. So it's a very crucial matter of the things where this will happen. So in the Bhubaneswar, the peoples are facing this kind of things, because Prosperous India steel plant in the Jagdishpur district, they try to collaborate with the that Korean company, and they try to they try to set up the plant or set up the industry into the Orissa. But due to these two reasons, due to the travel reason and the environmentalists, they were demanding, because all are demanding to cancellation this order. And the Orissa government that they are very much in a that they are very suffering from this and facing a lots of problem. Even you can understand that more than 100 men and women of the Gram Panchayat, Dinka, Nagoin and that Gada Gunjga, these are the three places where the peoples have come in the premises of the government office, and they are raising their slogans, they are protesting the company, and they, because they don't wanted to set up the plant at the cost of their lives and livelihood. And with helping that along with this their slogans and protests, Rashtriya Yuva Sangh and the Nav Nirman Samiti, these two group or pressure group also that they are helping that peoples, those who are protesting against this setup or this industry. So from this I hope you can understand that the government, they wanted the that the development, because the government think that with the investment or with the establishment of the plant, there will be a development. But the people think that to protecting the environment, to that to not to leave their home and livelihood, they are developed. So the question is that what is development? That is the question, that what development means to that to individual, because in every person they have a different opinion upon the development. If you think that as a student of you, development means to you maybe to getting the good marks, to get a good or to secure a good percentage in the board examination. So development means to you getting a good marks. If you that if you take observe your parents, for your parents it is a development means to to earn the money for the family and giving all the important things to their children. That is the development for them. So each and every person, they have a different opinion according to the development, and development mean to them according to their own needs. So after the independence, our country have suffering this kind of many issues, where the that the government have to choose the that the peoples or the investment or the development. So this kind of major decision they will have to taken off, and all the decisions were bound together by the shared vision of model of economic development, because ultimately the government wanted to develop the economic model. Now the question is that what is development, right? So let's see that what is development means. So the development of India should mean by both economic growth and the social and economic justice. Before that, one thing must be I just try to say that development means what. Development is about becoming more modern, okay, and the modern was becoming more like the industrialized countries of the world. So it's only depend upon the peoples that how they will that they will take the development according to their own way. Okay, now if you say that there's a three ways, or you can say there's a three areas on which basis you can say that the people or the government both mean about the development. So development means economic development. So that is the first one, where we say that if the country get financially strong, then we are developed. Development does not only mean about the money. Development means the social and economic justice. Okay, so if the environment is protected, if the peoples are getting their sheltered in a proper manner, then also the development is happen. And of course, for fulfilling the economic development and social development, it is the most important thing that what are the role play of the government, because you all know that the government, it's not like that that we cannot left all the decision towards the business person or towards the citizens, towards the farmers. As because if I'm giving an example of that, see, if you see the business person, if we are leaving the decision of development in the hand of the business person, then always the business person always try to get profit and earn profit by selling their product. If we are leaving the development towards the industrialized, so everywhere they are that capturing the grounds on the field, and they will set up their plants. And if we are talking about that leaving the decision towards the farmers, then everywhere the farmers wanted to that doing the agriculture. So for that reason, we cannot say that one particular area, if we giving the development, or if we developed one particular area of our country, then our country will develop. So for developing, we need three things. One, one is we need the economic growth. Then along with that, we need social and economic justice. And to fulfill this two development, we need that the kind of the role that the government must play in ensuring the global justice. So it's a very important thing that how a government take a role play or doing the active role for fulfilling that the two types of development, that is, one is economical side and another is social and economical justice. Okay, I hope you understand this one things. Now the thing is that in the political parties, see, there is a two word. Okay, one is talking about left, another is right. There's a two perspective or two meaning of that. Now left means belong to two model of there, which left means those who are the refers to those who are in favor of poor, downtrodden section and supported government policy for the benefit of the section. So basically left means those who believe in the socialism. Okay, that is, you can say, you get an idea about the USSR, who are always believe in the socialism, because the left always believe for helping the poor section of the family. Okay, they are supporting the government policy for the benefit of this section. They always try to give that kind of work, so that the poor section will get forward, means those who are backward, they come to forward. Okay, so that is the that is the left one. Now what is the right one? So what is right? So the right refers to those who believe the free competition, market economy, and also ensure progress, and government should not necessarily intervene in the country. That means the right means the westernization. Okay, so the right belongs to USA, where we have capitalist system. That means only the development towards the economical pole is very much important for the rightists. So I hope you all clear that left means the welfareness of society, and the right means the capitalist. So this is the difference between the left and the right. And in our political party also we have this kind of things, which is that if I'm giving example, the CPIM, this party is belong to left, and right that belongs to, and the central is belongs to that Congress. Now we have to know that the ideas of development. Okay, so what are the ideas of development? That's we have to know in this module also. That development is also it is very important, because that development has different meaning for different section of the people, which I already giving you example, that as a student, development to you means to getting a good score. As a that farmer, the development means for getting a good that crops. Then as a Adivasi who lives in this region, for them development means to protecting their environment. To an industrialized who is planning to set up steel plant, that is the development for them. The urban consumers, they wanted to that to get the steel, so development for them for establishing the that industry. So each and every person, they have a different meaning according to their needs about the development. Now we have to know that what actually development means. That the first decade after the independence, they witnessed a lot of debate around this question, that what development means. Okay, that is the main question. So development is about becoming more modern. So nowadays that it was common that it is even now for the people to refer to the West as a standard of measuring development. See, right now if someone is talking about what do you mean by the modern or modernization, it's, I hope that most of the people they say that modern means westernization, that to following the West countries like USA or the different countries. So for them modern means the westernization. And whenever anyone become they more modern, they think that they are developed. But is that only the that the standard for measuring the development, to connect it with the West only? Because development does not mean to following the that to following the westernization. Development is something different from that. So for that reason we can say that modern was about becoming more like the industrialized countries of the West. This is not like that. This is how common people as well as the experts thought. It was believed that every country would go through the process of modernization as in the West, which involved the breakdown of traditional social structure and rise of capitalism and liberalism. So modernization, they always think that modernization was that associated with the ideas of growth, material progress, scientific rationalism. This kind of development allowed everyone to talk about different countries as developed, developing, and underdeveloped. So that means that developing, there's a that there is they think that developing means to be modernizing. Okay, and modernizing means they are associated with the that ideas of growth. They are talking about the that material progress, that how the what kind of or the qualities of their goods in the society. And as well as the modernization means the scientific temper, that how much the rational or the how much logically they are thinking. So this means the modernization, that is the modernization means that the ideas of growth, material progress and scientific reality. Now this is one on which basis the countries will be measured, that either the country will be developing or underdeveloped countries. So if a particular country they are modernized through its growth, through its good material and through its logical sense, then only we can say that country is that the developed. So for that reason we can say on the eve of independence, India had before it, they have a two model of development. You all know from the chapter of the Cold War that India are following two types of that they in front of India they have a two types of model. What are the two types of model? One is liberal capitalist model, that which belongs to USA. You all know that USA have two ideology. One is liberal democracy, another is capitalist. So India, as India have also good relation with the USA, so in front of the India there is a two model. One, either they can accept the liberal and capitalist system, or they can accept it the ideology of USA, which that believing in the communist and socialist. So there is a two model in front of the India. One is liberal and capitalist, which is followed by the Europe and USA. Another one is socialist model, which is followed by USSR. But you have already studied these two ideology in the Cold War timing between the two superpower. This ideology divided our country two alliances. That, but we all know that there is also third community which is known as NAM, which is that is founded by Jawaharlal Nehru. So basically India then who were deeply amazed by the Soviet model of the development. This include not just the leader of the Communist Party of India but also the Socialist Party of leader. So during that time that the India are very much that they are very much impressed with the Soviet model, but of course they are supporting the American style of the that capitalist development. So for that reason what happened, the India they are adopted the mixed economics. Okay, please remember that the India adopted the mixed economic model. Now what is mixed economic model? The mixed economic model means where they are following the socialist that ideology in the name of communism, and as well as they are also using the capitalist ideology and the liberal ideology for for increasing their development. So basically the India they are adopted that the two kinds of mixing the two kinds of things, and they adopted the mixed economy. Okay, is it clear? I think it is clear to you that they have this kind of things. And another thing is that the nationalist leaders were very clear that the economic concern of the government of free India would have to be different from this that the ideology which are following everyone. So for that reason, and they are taking the two the two types of initiative. As the first one is that they take the tax of property elevation, means they wanted to remove poverty from the society, and as well as they wanted to redistribute the resources to the social and economic one, so that everyone gets up that the basic things. And as well as they also tried to establish the industrialization along with the agriculture. So please remember that the India are wanted to take the tax of the poverty reduction and the redistribution of social and economic resources. So for that reason our India that taking the mixed economy, so that it will be that reduce the poverty by establishing the capitalist development, and also it will be that redistribute the resources by the socialist or the communist movement. So I hope you all clear about this topic. In our next video we will know about that after getting an idea about the development, how our country are planned for getting this all in a practical way. Till that, thank you so much for watching this.